Exclusive Lines recently became the retail part of a global designer brand Lancome. We caught up with the director of the PB Group, the holding company for Exclusive Lines, Hiru Surtani, to find out more. Welcome to Partner Spotlight Business Surtani. Now, to start off, why don't you just give us a brief overview of the PB Group?
PB Group actually is a family-owned business. It was incorporated in the year 1978 by my elder brother, Buggy, who unfortunately is no more with us. And it's run by two brothers at this current time, of course, and then for getting our family involved into the business, the reason being that we are expanding and the ever changes that are taking place in Sri Lanka. It's basically has always been a family-owned company. It will always be a family-owned company, and of course we are the second generation right now. But we sincerely hope, and I'm quite confident that our kids and our family will take it even further.
Right. So, what is the core business for PB Group?
PB Group is actually divided into 6 sister companies. We have our main business actually is the manufacturing of fluoride tissues, which we started many years ago, and I would say that we are very happy with the current status of that business. We also are into real estate and we look into properties, but that of course depends on the current situation at that time. And then of course we diversified to the retailing of branded and luxury goods. Started with the store at the airport many years ago under the name of Gomas Duty Free, where we sell the watches, pens and so forth. And then we moved into fragrances. We started with perfumes. In fact, our first brand was YSL many years ago, and today we operate, or we hold agencies for almost 57 brands. And then of course recently, in about 2 years back, we started with high-end porcelain from Spain by the name of Ladro. And of course we have plans to move into other categories by mid-2016.
Right, so now taking your retail space, the retail part of your business, Exclusive Lines. Tell me a little bit about Exclusive Lines and the brands that you all carry through that.
Exclusive Lines actually started very small. We had one small store at Liberty Plaza. We actually were selling from fragrances to silverware to porcelain to toys, anything that we could get hold of, just to understand what retail is all about. As time went by, I got involved in the business, and today we operate almost 13 shops. We generally run these stores purely on an agency basis. We don't do any kind of distribution other than sell to, or we operate our own franchise with Odell and Cool Planet. We at the moment work with multinationals such as Unilever's, Coty Group, Interperfume, L'Oreal, P&G, Clarins Group, and each of these groups represent a certain number of brands. And then when we sign the contracts, we generally try to log in as many brands as possible, knowing that the retail sector is going to change in the next 2-3 years.
Yourself, how do you pronounce Lance? Is it Lancome or
Lancome.
Lancome, no? That was the launch, right? And now you recently just launched Lancome. Just tell us a little bit about that association.
Lancome actually was sold here many years ago. We were only selling the fragrances at that time. And we of course built a very strong relationship with L'Oreal, who actually owns the franchise for Lancome. And then when they visited us in the last 2 years, they looked at the possibilities of expanding their portfolio within this brand. And of course the number one seller, or the number one product within their 3 axes, is the skincare. So knowing our Sri Lankans, of how they care about their skin and what really it means to them, we realized that the skincare business, especially in terms of loyalty towards luxury brands, has been moving from strength to strength. This actually in fact gave us the encouragement to try and enforce or try and build the skincare business in Sri Lanka. And since we had the opportunity working with the L'Oreal Group, we approached them, and of course they gave us very positive responses. And due to our strong relationship and partnership, we decided to launch Lancome a few days back. And within the three axes also is the makeup, and makeup is also something that is sold worldwide. The mascaras, in fact, is the number one in Europe. The brand, in fact, as the three axes you call in terms of fragrance, skincare, and makeup, is number one, and followed by two other brands like Chanel and Dior. So they all, I mean, the brand is in the high category of luxury.
Right. Sorry. Excuse me. How is the retail space at the moment? Retail selling now. How is the market good? Is it getting there? Is it still constricted? What are your thoughts on that?
The retail segment, of course, is growing. When I say growing, means it doesn't mean it's growing by 20% or 30%. But generally, our Sri Lankans, they in the last couple of years, especially with the end of the war, they especially the socialites, I would say, they are very, very brand conscious. And when they get brand conscious, whether you are driving a car, or whether you're using a pen, or whether you're using perfumes or using skincare, at the end of the day, it's what they use, and that really makes them stand out in terms of their personality. So this is the very reason why we feel that the retail sector to some extent is growing. The environment in terms of shopping centers and department stores is still not there yet. But with many new malls coming up, the work has already started. Big institutions and big companies are putting up shopping centers. Definitely, that's a huge encouragement for multinational brands or big brands to come into Sri Lanka. So we see that the retail definitely is going places. In the next 3 years, it could be a totally different scenario here.
Right. The final question, Mr. Surtani, sticking to exclusive lines, what are your plans for exclusive lines in, say, the next 3 to 5 years?
Oh, we have a lot of plans, that's for sure. But of course, we have to take it step by step. We feel that the market still needs a lot more to be done in terms of department stores and shopping centers. So what we're really doing is that we are not being negative about anything. If brands do approach us, we look at them positively. We have grown in the last 3 years. We have basically plans to grow for another 3 years. But of course, there are limitations on what you can do and what you can't do. So let's see where we head in the next couple of years. But I see a very positive growth for exclusive lines. Our ultimate growth, or our ultimate is to open up a flagship door, which we would like to call the House of Exclusive Lines, maybe end of 2016, early 2017, where we will have everything under one roof. That is my final goal, actually.
Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Surtani.
Thank you.